He's right after us! Hit it! Hit that! Hit that!
Late night drives are creepy enough.
I'm going.
But these dash cam videos, they captured things beyond explanation. Whether it's a strange ritual or a ghostly figure spotted in the middle of the road. Stay tuned for the craziest dashcam recordings no one was supposed to see.
He's right after us! Hit it! Hit that bitch!
A group of friends was driving down a quiet road late at night when their dashcam caught something weird. Right in the middle of the road stood a clown, holding a metal rod and not moving an inch. As their headlights hit it, the clown suddenly ran straight at them. The driver swerved and hit the gas, but not before something slammed into the car. Wandering Witch. While patrolling a quiet area at night, a Saudi officer noticed something strange. A woman in white standing alone in the shadows. At first, she didn't move, but as he got closer, she started making weird, unsettling sounds. Her body jerked in odd ways, like something else was controlling her. The air around her felt heavy, almost wrong. Even with his training, the officer felt something deeper, pure fear. Trusting his gut, he slowly backed away. That night, he didn't find trouble. He found something he couldn't explain. Forest lurker. A guy was driving through a forest road late at night when his dashcam picked up something super creepy. A tall, human-like figure crossed the road, its arms way too long, swinging in a weird, jerky way. Just watching it move gave him chills. Then, out of nowhere, the footage cut to black. When it came back on, the thing was perched right on top of his car. It looked straight into the camera, and yeah, it felt way too real. Midnight Walker. Here's why late-night drives aren't for the faint of heart. After finishing his shift, this guy was heading home when a woman suddenly stepped into the road, right in front of his car. But here's the creepy part. She had no arms. She didn't flinch, didn't speak, just kept walking like she was in some kind of trance. The driver hit reverse without thinking. No threats, no attack. She just wandered off like nothing happened. Maybe she escaped from somewhere. Or maybe it was something stranger. Blinding Getaway. On November 25th, 2024, cops were chasing a suspect when he pulled a wild move. He tossed a flashlight out the window, but not just any flashlight. This thing had 100,000 lumens. It lit up the road like daylight and blinded the officers instantly. By the time they could see again, the guy was gone. No turns, no tracks, just empty road. That wasn't just fast thinking, it was straight up genius. Clown Watch.
My brother said he just saw a clown somewhere in my apartment, but I really don't believe him.
A guy, Julian, didn't believe a word when his little brother said a clown was creeping around their apartment building. But just to prove him wrong, he agreed to check it out. As they neared the parking lot exit, their headlights lit up a man standing under the street lamp, dressed like a clown. He didn't wave or move oddly. He just started walking toward them, calm and steady. That's when panic set in. They took off fast, but even after getting home, they couldn't shake the feeling that the clown wasn't done yet. Terrifying road. And this guy was just driving down a quiet road late at night when he spotted something creepy right in his headlights. It looked human, but wasn't. Pale skin, long black hair, and it was crouched weirdly, facing backward. Then it slowly stood up and started walking, still backward, without ever showing its face. That was enough. The driver hit reverse and got out of there fast. No one really knows what it was, but that strange encounter left behind a chilling question. What would have happened if he didn't back away? Ghost sighting. Three friends were just goofing off, enjoying a late-night drive, until the mood took a dark turn. Up ahead, something white and hazy stood by the road. It wasn't a person. It wasn't solid. It looked like smoke shaped into a figure, just standing there. Whatever it was, it didn't feel right. The friends froze, then panicked, screaming as they hit the gas and took off. They didn't look back. Some things on the road aren't meant to be seen, and that one still haunts their memory. Shadow Watcher.
What is it? What'd you see?
Driving through the woods one quiet night, a woman and her granddaughter spotted something strange behind a tree. It was tall, dark, and almost blended into the shadows. But then it moved, just enough to be seen before slipping back out of sight. They didn't stop. They didn't speak. Just kept driving. To this day, they can't explain what it was.
Niana, what is that?
Road creature.
A ver, dale. Bájate. Ese chupacabras, güey.
While driving through Mexico, a family spotted something that made them freeze. At first, it looked like a stray dog, until they noticed the pig-like snout and weird goat ears. It wasn't just odd, it felt completely out of place, like some kind of mixed-breed experiment had escaped into the wild. They didn't dare get out. They hit record, stayed put, and watched as the strange creature slowly moved past their car. Whatever it was, it didn't belong there, and it left them with more questions than answers.
Compró combinación con cabra, no mames, güey.
Ritual gone. A guy curious about satanic rituals took it too far. He joined one undercover. Dressed in a hooded robe, he wore a hidden camera to stream everything to his friends. At first, it looked like any dark ritual, torches lit, people chanting, super creepy vibes. But then, static. The camera cut out. His friends couldn't reach him. Hours turned into days. He never came back. No one's seen him since. Cops searched, but found nothing. No cult, no clues. Just one question left behind. What really happened to him that night? Silent Circle. A group of friends was driving home late at night when they decided to cut through a wooded back road. At first, it seemed like just a quiet shortcut, until they saw a group of figures standing near the edge of the road. They were dressed in brown robes, faces hidden behind white masks. No one moved, no one spoke. A fire burned in the middle, and soft chanting echoed through the trees. That was enough for them. Without saying a word, they turned around and got out of there fast. Haunted Road. While driving home late one night, a man spotted something weird, a girl sitting on a tree branch above the road. He just thought it was odd, but then he saw her face, pale, still, and cold, her head tilted in slow, creepy motions, and that's when he realized she wasn't alive. Locals say she was a bride-to-be whose life ended on that same road. Ever since, her ghost has been seen waiting in the trees. After that night, the man never took that road alone again. Fire Circle. Late one night, a driver spotted something strange on the side of a quiet road. 4 pale figures circling a small fire. They moved slowly, almost like they were part of some kind of ritual. As he drove by, they all turned and stared, like they knew he was there the whole time. Nothing was said, but the air felt heavy. It didn't feel like a joke or prank. The driver kept going, but that eerie moment stuck with him long after the road ended. CERN Ritual. Late one night at CERN, a strange video popped up online, one that left people more creeped out than curious. It showed hooded figures in black robes gathered around the Shiva statue. In the center stood a woman in white. Then, out of nowhere, one figure lunged at her like it was part of a ritual. The person filming gasped, and that's where it cuts. CERN claimed it was just a prank by employees, but the internet wasn't buying it. With no clear answers, people still wonder what really goes on behind those high-security gates. Ritual Circle. While driving through a quiet, forgotten town, a man noticed strange lights flickering near an old building. Curious, he pulled over and walked closer. That's when he saw them. Figures in dark robes standing in a circle, with a man in white at the center. The way he spoke didn't sound human, like something was answering back. The traveler didn't stick around. He got back in his car and left fast. Whatever that was, it felt dangerous, like he had just stepped into something way bigger than him. Man teleported. A man was driving through a quiet road in China when his dashcam caught something unusual. The white car ahead of him suddenly veered to the right, like it was trying to avoid something. For a moment, the road looked clear. Then a man appeared right in front, almost out of nowhere. The car came to a stop, and the man simply got up and walked away without looking back. The clip left people wondering how he got there in the first place. Cemetery sighting. When this guy's car engine broke down and he had to walk home, he spotted something strange. A group of hooded figures stood in a circle, quietly chanting in a language he didn't recognize. Odd symbols were marked on the ground. Curious but cautious, he stayed hidden behind a tree and started recording. Everything was still until one figure slowly turned toward him. He didn't wait. He ran. What happened after that, or who those people were, still remains a mystery. Masked chase. A guy was heading home late at night when his headlights lit up someone stepping into the road. The person was wearing a clown mask and just stood there, not moving. Then, out of nowhere, they raised a hand and waved. Creepy, right? Suddenly, they took off running straight at the car. The guy hit reverse fast, but the figure kept coming. He didn't wait to see what would happen. He spun the wheel, hit the gas, and took off. He's still not sure what he saw, or what that person wanted. Tiny attack. A dashcam picked up something that felt more like a scene from a dark fairy tale. A man popped open his trunk, and out of nowhere, a small, shadowy figure jumped out and knocked him onto another car. Just a few feet away, another guy was kicking and flailing, fighting off something that looked just like it. People think of dwarfs as helpful in stories, but these? Not even close. No one knows where they came from or why they attacked, but the footage has left viewers seriously weirded out. Midnight March. Monte Rio, California is known for strange stories, but one camper didn't think much of them until one night changed his mind. He woke up to odd sounds outside his tent and quietly climbed a tree to check it out. What he saw below was chilling hooded figures walking slowly with lit torches, moving through the trees like they were part of some secret ritual. He stayed hidden, barely moving. By morning, they were gone. But the memory of that night stuck with him long after the sun came up. Middle figure. A quiet drive took a strange turn when the car ahead suddenly swerved. At first, it looked like nothing was there, until the dashcam revealed it. Right in the center of the road stood a tall, human-like figure, completely still. It hadn't walked into frame. It just appeared. No one stopped. The car rolled past without hesitation. There was no sound, no movement, just that figure, like it was waiting. White glider. Late one night, a driver's dashcam picked up something eerie. A pale, see-through figure slowly crossed the road and slipped into the trees without making a sound. It didn't walk. It glided like it wasn't really there. The smooth, ghost-like movement reminded people of the old woman in white stories. Nothing about it felt normal. The footage left everyone a little uneasy, wondering if what they saw was real or something that was never meant to be seen. Forest encounter. Driving alone through a quiet forest at night already puts you on edge, but this driver saw something that took it to another level. A woman walking right in the middle of the road. At first, he thought maybe she needed help, until she moved. The way her body jerked and twisted didn't look human at all. He stared, frozen behind the wheel, unsure what he was really looking at. One thing's for sure, after that night, he's never taking that lonely route again. Forest Creepster. Captured on dashcam, this strange footage shows something crawling along a forest road. It looked weak, confused, and honestly, a little heartbreaking. The creature had long limbs, a thin body, and features no forest animal could ever match. It didn't charge or attack. It just moved like it was lost. Now, some say it's an alien. Others think it's some unknown species we've never seen before. But one thing's for sure, guys. It wasn't human, and it wasn't supposed to be there. Fiery Witch. A California cop was checking out a late-night disturbance call when things took a weird turn. In the middle of nowhere, he found a woman standing completely still in front of a small fire, arms folded, just staring. Then, out of nowhere, she threw her head back and opened her arms like she was possessed. For a second, it looked like light was coming from her mouth. And just like that, the video cut out. No one knows who she was or what she was doing out there. Shadow workout. At first glance, it looked like a regular TikTok, just someone filming a shadowy figure doing push-ups in a quiet, empty area. Weird, sure, but not terrifying. That is, until viewers noticed the nearby tree swaying in sync with the figure's movements, even though there was no wind. Then, out of nowhere, another dark shape showed up. That's when things turned downright creepy. No one could explain what they were seeing. A prank? A ritual? Or something not meant to be caught on camera? Tiny stranger. It was just a normal stop at a traffic light until something weird sprinted across the road. The driver didn't even notice at first, but the dashcam picked up a tiny, human-shaped figure darting by. It wasn't a cat, it wasn't a dog, and it definitely didn't move like either. This happened in Japan, and ever since the clip surfaced, people have been throwing out wild guesses, from a monkey to some unknown creature. Whatever it was, its size and shape left everyone more confused than convinced. Creepy Dwarf. While riding home late one night, a guy spotted something small walking straight toward him. At first, he thought it was just a kid, until he noticed it was wearing only a diaper, and its face looked completely blacked out. Frozen with confusion, he turned off his bike's light and stepped off. That's when the little figure took off into the dark, vanishing without a sound. No answers, just a creepy chill that stuck with him long after. What was that thing, and why was it even there? Silent Watcher. Somewhere deep in the Canadian wilderness, a dashcam caught a moose walking peacefully near the road until something strange stepped into view. A tall, faceless figure followed right behind it. No eyes, no mouth, just a smooth, blank face. It didn't make a sound, didn't move fast, just stood there like it had been watching the whole time. Viewers couldn't shake the feeling that whatever this thing was, it wasn't human. And honestly, it felt like the moose wasn't the only one being followed. Forest Ritual. A trail cam deep in the woods picked up something that left people seriously creeped out. A figure that looked like a witch, but with 4 arms. She wasn't just standing around either. She was in the middle of some weird ritual. The way all 4 hands moved together felt unnatural, like she was summoning something. It wasn't just spooky, it felt dark. Viewers couldn't tell if it was witchcraft or something even more twisted. One thing's for sure, whatever she was doing out there, it wasn't meant to be seen. Clown Standoff. Most people would freak out if a clown showed up on a dark, empty road, but not this crew. When their headlights hit a full-grown clown standing at the center, they didn't scream or even flinch. They just stared at him. The clown froze, clearly expecting panic, but got silence. That threw him off big time. A few awkward seconds passed, then he did something no one expected. He turned and ran, just like that. This time, the scare didn't work, and the clown was the one who got spooked. Bigfoot Cameo. Now here's what you call perfect timing. A YouTuber was just out riding his four-wheeler, recording the fun, when something unexpected walked right into frame. A large, dark-furred figure casually strolled into the woods. Yep, it looked just like Bigfoot. No warning, no sound. Just a surprise cameo like it was planned. Some folks are convinced it's the real deal, while others think it's just another clever fake. Either way, that timing was wild. If Bigfoot's trying to stay hidden, he sure picked the wrong moment to step into the spotlight. Truck stopper. On May 30th, 2024, a trucker in Alberta saw something that made him hit the gas hard. While near Sunchild First Nation, he spotted a giant creature, over 11 feet tall, lurking at the edge of an industrial site. He didn't wait around to chat. He jumped in his truck and took off, but not before his dashcam caught a quick look at the beast. The footage stirred up enough buzz that authorities set up more cameras, hoping whatever that thing was might show up again. Flying creature. One night, a security cam near a truck stop caught something super weird. As a few trucks rolled by like normal, a dark, winged figure suddenly darted across the screen, fast and low. It didn't flap like a bird or glide like a bat. It just zipped through, almost like it was watching or warning. People online went wild. Some said Mothman, others blamed camera glitches. But the way it moved didn't feel like a glitch. It felt real. Whatever that thing was, it left more questions than answers. Creepy circle. A man driving through a remote area came across something he'll never forget. A group of cloaked figures stood in a circle around a fire, moving slowly like they were part of some strange ritual. In the center, something was glowing, but he couldn't tell what. The air felt heavy, and low whispers sent chills down his spine. He stayed quiet, watching from a distance, hoping they wouldn't see him. Whatever it wasn't for outsiders. He backed away slowly, got in his car, and left without ever looking back. Ghost crossing. Late one night in Bogota, a security camera caught something no one could explain. A person was walking down an empty street. Nothing strange at first, until they suddenly vanished mid-step. Just gone. At first, people thought it was a glitch, but then another camera across the road showed the exact same thing. Same moment, same disappearance. No shadows, no tricks, just a figure that faded like smoke. Locals still talk about it, wondering who or what was really walking that street that night. Creepy sighting. Two friends were driving down a dark country road when their dashcam picked up something chilling. Out in a nearby field, two pale, skinny figures were sprinting on all fours, fast and animal-like. They looked up for a split second, then disappeared into the night like shadows. The dashcam caught it all, and people swear they were rakes, those creepy creatures from internet lore. Whatever they were, the speed and movement didn't seem human. Wrong visit.
Yo, it's right there. Look at. Oh shit.
This guy and his friends went into the woods just trying to talk to ghosts using a spirit box. But instead of voices from the other side, a car suddenly showed up. No one around, just headlights beaming through the trees. Then came loud cracks, like branches snapping from all directions. Something was out there, and it wasn't friendly. They didn't wait to figure it out. They packed up and ran. That ghost hunt quickly turned into a getaway. Whatever was watching them, it wasn't the spirit they were hoping to meet.
Oh, yo.
Forest crawler. While exploring deep in the woods, a guy let his Steadicam run without thinking much of it until he played it back later. That's when he noticed something crawling along the mountainside, slipping behind trees like it didn't want to be seen. In one frame, it came into focus. Bald head, dark eyes, and what looked like clothes hanging off its thin frame. The way it moved didn't seem human. It's the kind of footage that makes you question what's really hiding out there in the trees. Scary patrol.
Why don't you guys come up to this barrier right here?
While making a late-night round, officers spotted something no one wants to see in the dark. Two people dressed as clowns, slowly walking toward their patrol car. Dashcam footage shows the pair moving in an eerie, calm way that didn't sit right. The officer quickly called out, unsure what they were planning. Some say it was just a prank, but others aren't convinced.
634.
Faceless follower. This driver was just turning onto a quiet country road when the dash cam caught something strange, tall, pale, and totally faceless, just standing by the roadside. As the car got closer, the video started glitching. Through the side mirror, you can see the thing slowly walking toward the car, and then it cuts out. In a different clip, a cyclist rides off, leaving his camera behind, only for the same faceless figure to creep out of the woods. The guy comes back, not knowing it's right behind him. That's the kind of footage you don't forget. Masked trap. This family was just out for a calm drive when another car suddenly blocked the road. At first, they thought it was an accident until a person in a rabbit mask stepped out, holding a chainsaw. Then came a clown in an orange jumpsuit, pressing a creepy puppet against their window. The kid in the back seat gasped, totally frozen. That was enough. The driver threw it in reverse and took off fast. Whatever those people wanted, it's a good thing they didn't stick around to find out. Torso terror. Late one night, a trucker was crossing a quiet bridge when his headlights lit up something he'll never forget. A man's upper body leaning out over the edge. No legs, no lower half, just a floating torso, staring right at him. He hit the brakes in shock, heart racing, trying to make sense of it. But when he looked back in the mirror, nothing. The road was totally empty. Was it real? A trick of the light? He didn't care. That bridge? He's never taking it again. Midnight parade. A man was just cruising down a quiet road at midnight when something weird happened. Right in the middle of the road stood a man in a suit, just holding a briefcase totally still. Then, more just like him started stepping out from the fields, one after another, all dressed the same, each holding a briefcase. Red lights blinked way off in the distance, adding to the weirdness. It didn't feel right. Without waiting to find out more, he hit the gas and got out of there fast. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. And trust me, this one's wild. A YouTuber shared a clip that's honestly nightmare fuel. He said he felt something dark was following him during a late-night drive, so he started recording. What he caught? Just wow. There were nuns. Yes, actual nuns, standing along the roadside like statues. But that's not all. A ghostly see-through figure was spotted inside a nearby building. And here's the freakiest part. He claimed no one else could see them but him. Imagine seeing something so real, but no one else does. It's like he stepped into his own horror movie. Whether you believe it or not, this clip is straight up chilling and hard to forget.